Okay, so now that I'm in the car, now the radical left-wing lunatics will never be able to admit they're wrong. They'll just get more radical. And we've seen this throughout history. It doesn't matter what the situation is. It's just what they do. Now, why is the Labour Party's taking the lead? The Liberal Party is following the Labour Party. Susan Ley is a feckless cunt, like a nobody. She waits for her talking points to come from her focus groups and then will go out and speak. She's not a leader. Leadership is somebody like President Donald John Trump, who says, right, we've had enough of Venezuela with the drug cartels and supporting all these terrorist organizations. Iran's in bloody Venezuela. Even the Cuban communist radicals are in Venezuela getting assistance. People are getting killed, they're dying and all that. Let's just go and take Maduro. And it's not as though he's an innocent man. But you see, that scares the shit out of the radical left-wing lunatics. Because that's what a real man is capable of. And at the same time, in saying it's just the radical left-wing lunatics, it's also very important to note that our political class, your Anthony Albanese's and Susan Lay's and Chris, what's his name, Chris Bowen, he's a piece of shit. To see him celebrating a Tamil holiday today, and that's fantastic for the Tamil people. Beautiful people, amazing people, just fantastic all around. Everybody loves the Tamils. But listen, Australians are going homeless in the fucking streets, and you are doing a goddamn fucking photo op with new migrants, and some of them may have been here for a long time, and God bless them. I hope they love this country as much as I do. And I wish you nothing but the best and all the success in the world. But that is our political class now. What Chris Bowen just did. I mean, it's fucking disgusting and treacherous. It's seditious. It's proving that you're a traitor to the Australian people. And just to let you know, Chris Bowen, I met a couple of homeless Australians the other day. And they're not drug addicts. They're actually working. They even say that they cannot get into any emergency housing, and they're just up here on the corner in Southport, Gold Coast, in tents. And they told me, listen, the police sort of don't watch over us too much, but they've told us to move on from time to time. And we say, where should we go? The police go, I don't know. And that's another thing. The police just do not care. It's no, they don't care about the citizens anymore. But you see, the radical left-wing lunatics come into this because Labor are able to draw attraction from the mentally ill, the ones that will go left-wing, radical lunatic shit, and they'll be able to buy votes with that. Now, it's very important for Labor because Labor can't really do anything on any other platform that they're running. Australia is a losing industry where we're no longer a great manufacturing base. The only value Australia has is real estate, so the government is manipulating the real estate value by basically making the prices for things so unaffordable for Australians that the only people buying are Indians who can go back to India and borrow $1,000 from 1,000 people and then buy a home in Australia, and they only will rent these homes out to Indians. They'll rent out, I have just met somebody who told me that Indians will sleep 2-3 to a room. So a 4-bedroom home, there'll be 12 to 15 Indians. And you know what? If they're getting a better life in Australia, congratulations. Well done. You played the system. You outsmarted the governments and councils. No problem. They're as fucking useless as rocking horse shit. No problem. But what happens is that the Australians get priced out of the market. Now you might be asking yourself, well, that's not Liberal Party policy. I'm sorry, but they're a focus group party, which means the focus group comes first. They're not going to stick their foot down hard and say, no, that's it. We are not doing this. No. They're going to rely on their focus groups. That is, they're not authentic people. They're basically there to maintain the Liberal Party. So they will go along with a lot of Labor Party sentiment and ideology, because it's very easy to manipulate the mentally ill into voting for Labor. But there are still some people that I call the bleeding heart liberals, not the radical left-wing lunatics, but the bleeding hearts. Now, these people haven't suffered. They may have probably been employed in the 80s. Their first job was in the 80s or 90s when permanent employment was available. The cost of living was okay. They were able to buy their homes back then. And I know these people. I've met them. They don't feel how we feel. They don't know what it's like. And they just think you're full of shit because they've never experienced it. But the thing is that when don't put your phone on your lap in Australia either. The speeding camera, the cameras pick it up, and actually I know somebody who had you know, like when you're at the gym, you have your phone, you have your band on. Had their phone in there and they got a fine, $1,200. Like, what? You know, that's. And they said it's on my. They said no, you're controlling it with your. So don't think that. And if she went to the court to fight this, to say it was just on my. I just went to the gym and the phone's still on my